Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is far from the first time and probably far from the last time that I've wanted to sit down and talk about the ban system here within Call of Duty because, well, quite frankly, it's flawed. I think that's a pretty safe way to put it. It does work in some cases. There are cheaters who have been banned. There are toxic players who have been banned. There are goofballs that have been banned for various different reasons. There's also a lot of issues where players who don't deserve to get banned and all sorts of stuff like that. Today, I wanted to dive a little bit into some of the major problems that are still ongoing with the ban system within COD. Also give out a couple of PSAs, some public service announcements, because especially as of late, I have gotten an influx of comments here questioning certain bans and other elements of this system as a whole. So flat out, yes, the ban system in COD is far from perfect, as I alluded to, and arguably the biggest issue with it, besides the fact that Ricochet as an anti-cheat is not very good at actually banning players promptly, is the Shadowban system. Now, yes, that point there about Ricochet and the anti-cheat not being good enough, that's like its whole own topic. I've talked about it a lot in the flaws behind that in other videos, and I'll probably do so more in the future because it doesn't seem to improve all that much. But specifically just focusing on bans themselves, shadow bans as a whole, it's been an ongoing subject for several years now, dating back to Warzone 1, when we first started seeing the idea of shadow bans being a thing. It's been a hot topic. Now, if you're unfamiliar, what are shadow bans? It's basically the period or the stage in which your account is flagged as quote unquote suspicious or under review. You got enough reports in game, or potentially Ricochet actually did something and picked up on your gameplay being a little bit weird. You're getting too many headshots, your aim is just a little bit too good, you know, and you get flagged and you go into the shadow ban stage. And in this, you basically just can't connect to your normal games. Instead of searching for games on 15 ping or 40 ping, you're searching for games on 250 ping and largely getting matched up with other suspicious accounts or confirmed cheaters that are already shadow banned. Now, having this sort of period where accounts are flagged and they're being looked into would be okay if what triggered a shadow ban was actually functioning as intended. Instead, though, sort of correlating with another flaw of the report system in Ricochet is the spam reports that then lead to shadow bans and then the shadow ban loops. And this is something that plagues the game and quite frankly seems like it impacts innocent players a whole lot more than guilty players, if I'm being honest, at least based on public perception, right? When it comes to being shadow banned, obviously if someone is triggered by Ricochet to be a confirmed cheater, they clearly know that they're aimbotting or wall hacking or doing whatever, they'll get instantaneously banned that game. Like, you'll see that happen every now and then, and that's just a full permanent hard ban. Shadow bans, though, can happen because of Ricochet triggers, but more often than not are a cause of being reported numerous times in game. However, there is malicious intent in a lot of reports that are not justified. Maybe you just absolutely rolled on somebody, or perhaps you were talking some trash in game and you ended up beating their squad and that other squad gets salty about it. They're mad they got stomped. So they pull up your name in game and they report you a couple of times. Call of Duty has said that spam reports from one individual account don't do anything. They just take one report into account. But if you're playing with a party of 4, for instance, you're in a squad or a quad, and you say, okay, hey, this guy that just slammed us, he 1v4'd us, I'm not dealing with it. I think he's dumb. We're just gonna spam report him, so everyone report him for cheating and exploiting. Well, that happens enough, your account then gets triggered automatically into that shadow ban. And even though you might not have done anything other than be a better player, you could end up getting shadow banned because of that, which just flat out sucks. And then post getting shadow banned, it's a usual system where it roughly takes about a week to go through and have your account under review, quote unquote, and then you either end up getting banned or you get unshadow banned. And in most cases, players get unshadow banned because they were wrongfully shadow banned in the first place because someone got angry and spam reported them. Well, unfortunately, there is, for whatever reason, a system that seemingly makes it so that if you were shadow banned at one point in time and you get reported again, you are much more vulnerable, I guess, to getting easily shadow banned, and then it causes you to get into a shadow ban loop. And this affects, like I said, a lot of innocent players consistently. And this has been a problem for a long time. Now, the problem here is that Call of Duty, outside of saying, hey, spam reports from one person don't do anything, which is still questionable because it seems like there's proof that says otherwise, they haven't said a word about the Shadowban problem. And this is far, like I said at the start of the video, far from the first time that I've brought this up. Many more creators have, with more influence than me, let's say. It's not a, rare topic. It's not some mystery or secret in the community. It's well known, and they've chosen to basically ignore this and not respond to it, not really comment on it whatsoever. So that is a major issue. Also, sort of piggybacking on top of these spam report issues going on where players just get salty and they report you because they don't like you, there's been a lot of confusion with the communication bans, the comm bans that are issued in game where it just takes away your ability to use voice chat or whatever for like a week or so, right? I see a lot of people saying, hey, the game is automatically banning me because I, said this to somebody, or I was swearing, or I was talking trash. But that's not actually the case, because Ricochet has actually communicated, I know, crazy, that the AI detection system or monitoring system does not issue any bans. Unfortunately, the misinformation, the miscommunication here is that when you are spam reported, oftentimes the first sort of activation that happens if you do get spam reported is it just defaults to comm banning you, so you can't use voice chat for whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but that's how it is. So I see a lot of people sort of wrongfully getting angry saying, hey, why am I not allowed to talk trash or do this anymore and get automatically banned for it, when in reality, you were probably talking trash and the other team didn't like that you beat them because you were talking trash, and so they spam report you, and then the system again breaks and does this stupid reaction and wrongfully punishes you for not actually breaking the TOS in most cases. Now, yes, there are toxic players who are doing things and saying things they shouldn't, and they do deserve those shadow bans and potentially comm bans and potentially permanent bans. But those who aren't doing those things still suffer the same punishment, even though they're not guilty. So another major problem there, where the system clearly needs to be improved and cleaned up. And then finally here, another major issue with the ban system that is partially on the ban system, but also partially on the players, and by far the trickiest to navigate here, is permabans. In this case, what many players feel is a false permaban on their account. I don't know what's changed in the past month or so, but I have seen a major influx in these comments almost daily, I would say, of people saying, Zach, I got my account hacked the other day and they started cheating on it and now I'm permabanned. What can I do? And the flat out answer is, if you get permabanned in Call of Duty, there is no going back. There's no unbanning. They've never been known to, change a permaban. They say all permabans are final. Now, much like normal cheaters who do get permabanned because of aim hacks or wall hacks or whatever, you can always go and create another account and start from zero because they don't seem to care about that. Ban, okay, just create a new account, wait to get banned again, create a new account, wait to get banned again. That's how the cheaters approach it. So if you do get permabanned, that is a thing that exists, and they don't really enforce it across, hardware or anything like that frequently. But with these quote unquote false permabans that are happening for players who do get their accounts hacked, they link their Steam account to a cheater's account, and then, your account is compromised, they cheat on it, and then you suffer the punishment. Unfortunately, this again is not something that Activision is ever probably going to take responsibility for and say, okay, we'll unban your account, or yes, we get that someone hacked your account. They're gonna put it on user security. Pretty much everywhere when you do boot up the game and you load things up, it says, hey, quick reminder, you should turn on two-factor authentication. You should add some increased security measures to your account just to be safe. I cannot stress this enough. Do that. Put on, two-factor authentication. Use good passwords. Make sure you have actual good account security, because then you don't have to worry about this. But yeah, if you didn't have that on and your account does get compromised in some way, then that person who compromised your account and used your info to log in and cheat, that's just the account that's going to get banned. Activision, Call of Duty, Ricochet, they don't care who was cheating on the account. If it was you or if it was a complete stranger, all they care about is that that account was cheating. It's going to be banned now, which sucks if you were someone who, yes, got your account hacked and then they cheated on it. Really unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it goes. So a bit of a PSA there. Yes, it does really suck, but it's probably not something that's going to change, because ultimately user security is on you, the user, and I would highly advocate for putting on extra security measures on your account. Also, can't believe I have to say this, but please do not fall for these services that say, hey, you missed out on this event camo. I can get you this event camo. Give me your login information and I'll put this camo on your account. Or, hey, do you want this mastery camo or the, prestige weapon camo? I can get this for you and you don't have to do anything. That's how you're going to get banned as well. Buying services, buying camos, buying unlocks, it's the same as an unlock all tool. It's cheating. It's going to get you banned. And then I'm going to see the same comments of, hey, why did I get banned? All I did was this. And it's like, well, yes, that's why you got banned. So quick little PSA there for everyone on that system. But yeah, overall, the ban system right now, not looking too good. Still without reason behind the Shadowban system that is largely abused. And it seems like an influx of people compromising other people's accounts and getting them banned, and then the players being confused as to why they got banned. So definitely take this into account if you're someone who doesn't use extra security measures, or if you're curious about how these systems work a little bit more. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications to guarantee you're always up to date with all things going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.